A little like 6 o'clock, 2 minutes after 6 o'clock. I'd like to call the May Caryville Mayor and Board of Aldermen to order. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick People,
Here.
Mr. Eric Jones,
Here.
Mr. Eric Smith,
Here.
Ms. Beth Lawson, here. Mr. Dwayne Gibson, Mr. Lloyd Lawson,
Here.
Mayor Stixberry.
Here. Chief Keaton, you say our opening prayer for us, please?
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for being here tonight, Lord. Thank you for each and every blessing we have. Please watch over us and guide us each and every day. Take care of our military and our families, Lord. Thank you for each and every blessing. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Okay. Approval of April minutes. We had our regular April meeting. We had a budget workshop, and we had the Mountain Road workshop. When everybody looks at those, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a motion to approve all of those in one, please, instead of making 3 separate motions, if that's okay. So I had a chance to look at the minutes. Everybody got them? I hear a motion to approve the minutes of the April meeting, the budget hearing, budget meeting, the Mountain Road workshop meeting.
I'll make the motion.
I second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Okay. Citizens input. Okay. All right, communication from the mayor. We got a couple of good, good things. The Hardys on the mountain, they are under construction. They are up and going. Also, Thursday night, the Planning Commission did grant the dialysis center over here on the hill their permit, I guess you would say. We approved their site plan, correct, Beth? We approved their site plan, and they said, what do you say, in 3 or 4 weeks they'd be breaking ground if everything went well?
Yes.
Okay, so they'll be ready to break ground and starting to build that, so that's good. That's 2 things. It's 2 things in 2 months. So hopefully, I don't care if we had something every month to come forward to Planning Commission for, but that's a good thing. Also, I want kudos to all city departments during the flooding. I know we had 8 inches of rain there in about 48 hours or so. I know the street department, police department, fire department, everybody was busy during that time. I want to say I appreciate everybody for their hard work. And times like that's when everybody comes together and just gets done what needs to get done. So I appreciate that from everybody. All right, financial report. Ms. Teresa?
For April 2017, in the general fund, we have $479,397.35. Reserve for special fire protection fees, $94,525.81. Reserve for rainy day fund, $45,000. The adjusted general fund balance, $339,871.54. Our state street aid fund, $49,357.30. And the industrial fund, $868.88. In the drug fund, $7,480.83. Our revenue for the month of April 2017, $107,734.76. Our expenditures is $79,870.40, which is a difference of $27,864.36, which is
To the good.
to the good.
All right, in the black. So we should only keep going up from here. now's the time where our revenues start outpacing our outgoings from now till about October. Yeah, no more, really good. Okay, we're at 80% in the budget spent, and we should, and, we're at 80%, and we should be somewhere around 85 to 86%, so we are under budget for the year so far. Do I hear a motion to approve the financial report?
Motion made.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, reports from council members. Mr. Lawson, Street Department.
Okay, on the street department, we picked up 51 ton of garbage, 2 ton of recycling, 6 ton of brush, and we had our April cleanup, that was 12 tons. Finished April cleanup, picked up brush throughout the city, mowed throughout the city, and cleaned the ditches and tiles from the heavy rains, cut 10 trees out of the roads from the hard winds. And David and Greg, they went to the training for chemical spills. Patched holes on 141. And also, we gravelled the Methodist church parking lot. That was a promise that was made back several years ago, and they called their hand up and they had to do it.
All right. Beth, Police Department and Recreation, whichever one you want to do first.
Okay, I'll do the police department. All right, let's see, they had 300 complaints with 21 arrests, 70 citations, they patrolled 9,114 miles. They had 18 drug arrests, and they worked 24 accidents for the month of April. And then, let's see, the library, I have 812 items checked out, 697 checked in, 370 e-books checked out. They added 1 new person, 30 new items. They deleted 64. They had 329 computer users and borrowed 19 items. They held 4 children's programs with 45 people in attendance, and there was 450 people use the library in the month of April. And our numbers are down because of, due to some of the closings and stuff like that we've had. So, that's what I got.
Okay. All right. Anything for recreation?
I know the ball league is up and started, and it's busy 4 nights a week.
If it ain't raining.
Yeah, if they rain in. So they're gonna hold, they were supposed to hold a tournament last weekend, and it got rained out, so the next couple weekends, there may be tournaments over there, so.
Hope it don't rain on it again.
Right.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, Fire Department.
Had 5 auto accidents with injury, 5 accidents without injury, 2 brush fires, 1 vehicle fire, mutual aid received 3 times, 1 tractor trailer fire, 5 citizen assistance calls, 5 false calls, set the livestock landing zone once, and stood by for power shows twice, for a total of 23 calls, and total of 311 half man hours altogether.
Busy month too. Okay. All right. Thank y'all. I hear a motion to accept all reports from the council member from the departments.
I'll make the motion.
All in favor say aye. Aye. All right, thank you. Okay, old business. Any old business? Okay, before we start new business, I would like to add 2 items to the agenda tonight, please. I'd like to add, I guess, be number 12 is the Ivy Grove drainage improvements by CJUC. Discuss that. And I I hate to have 13, I guess we're gonna have to have 13, is, repairs, I guess they call that emergency repairs on the backhoe, I guess, emergency repairs on the backhoe. Add those two items. I hear a motion that we add those two items to the agenda.
Make a motion to add.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Uh,
All right, thank you. All right, okay, we'll start. Oh, number one, council discuss hiring part-time in library, Ms. Robbins.
Yes, we took applications for a couple weeks, and then Beth and Teresa and I did the interviews, and we had some good applicants, and it was close between a couple of them, but I found someone that I just fell in love with, and I think she's going to be an awesome asset if we add her. She has so much potential, and I think we'll work really well together. I'd like to introduce you to her, Miss Logan Birdsong.
Okay. All right, that's your recommendation?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Somebody want to make a motion
I'll
to
make
that
a
effect?
motion that we hire Logan. Is it part-time? Part-time for the library.
Okay.
Also.
Thank you, Vic. All right, discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson? Yes. Mr. Dwayne Gibson? Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. Welcome, Logan.
Thank you.
All right, number two, council discuss hiring Adam Southern full-time to the police department. Chief?
Yes, sir, on February 2nd, Adam came to work at Caryville Police Department to start his 90-day probation period. He's a certified police officer, qualified and appropriate for the position. Thorough background check was conducted. Adam had no prior criminal history. Also, he's answered 216 calls, wrote 82 citations, made 17 arrests, and seized 5 vehicles through drug seizure, driving on revoked, and DUI cases, all in a 90-day period. It's my recommendation to hire him full-time for the police officer position at Caryville Police Department.
Okay, that's your recommendation?
Make a motion to hire him per the chief's recommendation.
Discussion?
I have one thing. Does he understand on the, how the, vacation time and his personal days?
Oh, we definitely went over that part.
Okay, okay. That's understood.
Yeah.
Let's hope you don't have to go down that route again. I know where you're going. All right. Any more discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson? Yes. Mr. Dwayne Gibson? Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. All right, number three, council discuss hiring Brian David Leach to full-time in the street department. Mr. New.
His 90 days is up, and I recommend we hire him full-time. He's a good asset to the street.
All right. Lloyd?
I'll make a motion that we hire Brian David Leach full-time for the street department.
Second motion.
Discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson? Yes. Mr. Dwayne Gibson? Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. Number four, council discuss Louis Blue increasing its sponsorship from $2,500 to $3,000. You got here just in time.
Yes, I'm sorry I was a little bit late. What can I say? Can I answer any questions? We're anticipating some reduction in funding to the Tennessee Arts Commission and hoping that we will still be able to provide the same quality of festival. We know that we will produce a really good, tightly organized festival for which we have a great reputation, but we would like to be able to bring in some even more widely known performers to the area. That's important to us. We're still looking for ways that we can increase tourism to the area, and by getting some bigger names to come and perform is one of the ways we hope to do. They cost money. We negotiate hard. We get these performers in for a lot less money than we have. We've also increased, the number of stages. They were very popular last year, the 4 stages. We're going to do that again this year. And we've got this wonderful art thing going where we have now almost all of the middle school up to high school art students involved in learning how to apply for a judged competition and then see the exhibit in public. We moved that down on the grounds in a new tent last year. So we're still planning, refreshing, changing, upgrading. We just need to be able to pay for it. So we hope you'll consider that.
Okay. Thank you.
We're 5% to the better on budget, roughly, right?
Yes, roughly.
And we'd just be jumping that 500 and it brings, I mean, I go to the festival every year, it's packed. Not everybody from the festivals locally, though that means people are coming here. So,
We're staying in hotels and eating and
Shoney's, eating at Waffle House, it's
Right.
gonna be, I mean, the more people we can draw in, the better. The way I look
the other.
My only thing is I know last year on the flyer, and I meant to bring it with me, we had like just a little small thing that had our name on it. Like we don't have like a logo or anything for Caryville, so we really need to make something.
We need a logo.
We need something, because I mean, it was real little on that poster, our name even mentioned. So I know without like a card or a logo or something like that, it makes it difficult to try to come up with something. But if we come up with something, can we get just a little bit
I
better
would
advertisement?
guarantee it. We've tried developing logos for the town of Caryville in the past. If you've looked at the program, I do an ad for the town of
Right.
Caryville and I've just created a logo for you guys because you didn't have one. I tried to make it very colorful and it was supposed to be nature oriented so people would realize they're coming here because of the park and the mountains and the scenery,
I've got
all
some
that.
really good pictures of looking at the mountain over Cove Lake we could use if we needed those to make a logo with. I'm not artistic like that, but I take a lot of pictures, so.
Right. I mean, that's my only thing. I mean, I think it'd be a great thing. It says on here, like, with the website where you could click and link on ours. Well, of course, we don't have one, and but we're working on it or trying to get one.
Yes, and as soon as you do, there will
So-
definitely be a link.
Yeah.
Where people can, we try to promote Caryville every single possible way we can, because after all, you are the destination for this
Right.
festival everywhere. So we make sure that the name goes on everything. We have a new publicist this year, Betsy Pickle. Some of you may know her. She's been around the Knoxville News Sentinel scene for a very, very long time. And she is just going to be fabulous. We lost our publicist that we had last 2 or 3 years, Paige Travis. The Knoxville mayor thought she did such a good job, she hired her. And so we had to find a replacement this year, but Betsy is stepping in. She used to come up here and do a work in Caryville, I think at one of the newspapers that was around in the past. So she's familiar with the area. She's already on board and she's already starting to put stuff out there.
And now that Jack's officially retired from his mayoral duties, I'm gonna go squeeze him a little bit for the website.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, you need a website and you need a really smart logo. That just, it makes all the difference in the world.
Right.
And and as soon as you've got one, it's gonna go right on our Louis Bluia website, and our website also connects to the Culture Coalition website. You know, we have 2. You can go to either one of those websites and pick up the same logos for the same sponsors, and that's all we need. So I think somebody created that. I think, isn't that the one where it looks like it's a signpost or something? I don't know who did that last year, but they got somebody's permission from this board. Whenever, I don't remember who, because I didn't do the creating last year. It might have been Paige, but somebody approved it. And that's what we used.
Any other questions for the lady? What's the pleasure of the council?
By the way, we have a Grammy Award-winning performer coming this year. 4 times, I think 4 times Grammy winning, and I'm not at liberty to say his name yet, but we got a big name, and we're kind of proud of that. So when we're ready, the public to go out. But that contract's signed, fellas, and he didn't come cheap either.
And when I said I was gonna do this, and by that I mean run for and try to be on council, one of my goals was to increase tourism and people that come here, and to me, this is one way to do that. I've missed one in the whole time it's been going, and it's packed, it's painful to park at, so I actually walk to it. So, I mean, if we can increase awareness, and how much funds do you think you're gonna lose out of the Tennessee Arts Coalition? Any idea?
We have no idea. We just know that the Tennessee Arts Commission has already put out a statement that, to be aware that that's a possibility. So we just don't know. We don't know what's coming down the pike, but we're bracing for that.
And
So we're for a $500 increase.
we're 5% to the good already this year. This would come out of next year's budget. When do we normally give the
Yes,
money?
this will be next year's.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
for your
something we
next
can-
year
yes.
budget,
This is
right.
something we can fold into next year's
Right,
budget.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
I make the motion, we fold that $500 into next year's tourism. I get tourism budgets, what that
Yes.
comes out of?
Yes.
I make a motion, we add that.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson? Mr. Dwayne Gibson? Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you. I promise you another beautiful festival.
All right, thank you. Let's hope so. Let's hope it don't rain.
Oh, yeah, that's our only,
Yeah.
the only thing we have no control over.
No,
Don't
no
forget, we
control
got
there.
skirts for those big tents.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank all of you.
Number 5, council is to discuss surplus sale, departments. Have y'all got, you ready, got stuff rounded up? Eddie, you got anything rounded up to? Huh? You got nothing? Chief, you got some stuff?
Not much, we may have that old Crown Vic.
Okay. Well, we'll, what day, anybody got a date in mind they'd like to do it? Why don't you usually do it on Friday?
Fridays,
You do it on Fridays, correct?
yeah.
Well,
Friday before Memorial weekend.
It just leaves you this Friday. Come,
No, that's 2 Fridays.
12 and 19.
yeah. The 26th? 26th? That gives 2 weeks to advertise? Okay. 26th of May?
Come and look at the stuff on the winning field.
I know you've done a lot more of these.
Yeah,
So, looking date will be the 25th, sale day will be 26th.
yeah.
Okay. Is that agreeable to everybody?
What time?
I don't think we need that in form of a motion to have that, I don't think.
What time?
What time, David? I'm sorry. Noon?
Yeah, I guess no.
Noon.
All right.
And we better do a motion, just one second. All right, I hear a motion, we have surplus sale on the 26th of May at noon.
I'll make a motion that we have surplus sale May 26th at noon.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson? Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. Number 6, is council discuss donation of fire truck, Mr. Smith.
And I gotta watch what I say, he'll be mad at me when I talk about the old engine 3 over there. Going to White Oak, we're in position for it to, as a benefit, it'd be more of a benefit for us to donate it to White Oak. And for our use here, how many times have we used it in the last 5 years?
Probably 2.
It's nothing's gonna affect our ISO rating, it wasn't even included in the last rating either, so. It's basically a wash. This is a replacement of the fire truck that was totaled out back
2003, the engine one was being built.
It's almost 15-year-old replacement of a replacement, so.
And it's a what, Eddie, a 70, we thought it was an 83.
79.
It's a 79, we thought it was an 83, but it ended up at 79 mark. It ain't that old.
That's prime.
You talking, my partner, you talking, he's weird. It's right 57.
I mean, it's, as far as getting it to pass for an ISO rating, there's so much work that we would have to do that it's not a benefit for us to do. And they're in a position in light of where they are needing it. I think they're actually have a loan to follow it now.
It'll pump water, it'll fight fires, it's just passing the ISO specs and stuff, you know. Like Eric said, they got one on loan from the Follett. This one would run circles around and they're in need.
I'd like to make the motion, we donate this fire truck to the Whiteoak Fire Department.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson? Yes. Mr. Joanne Gibson? Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mary Stewart?
Yes. Motion carries. Number 7, council discuss building on Asbury Park, Mr. Lawson.
You got them bids, bids in on that?
I think, Lord, I've got, you've got them. You probably got them in your packet there,
I
Lord.
thought I looked, maybe I looked over.
This guy right
We've got two here, one's $22,000, the other one is $16,666. To me, the lower one is more realistic of what we're needing. It's everything that we want as far as building size. And plus that's putting the metal on the other shed or bed or building. That's everything included here, ain't it, David?
Yeah, the one, adjusted is, 22,000 for the block building and 1825 for put the tent on the picnic shelter, which, about 24,000.
So it's total 24.
Yeah, and this roofer construction, putting the tent on the picnic shelter and the block building is 16,665.
I make a motion that we hire the roof construction to build. The other one, is it the building or what that needs the roof on it? Which one is that?
The picnic shed.
Picnic shed. I make a motion that we, hire the roof construction to do that work for us.
Okay, and he did include his insurance,
Yeah.
proof of insurance.
Yeah, you got his liability.
Yes, he got his insurance, so he is insured, so.
Here's his insurance.
Yeah. Okay. Do I hear a second?
Second motion.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Caryville.
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson.
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson. Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry.
Yes, motion carries. All right, number 8 is the second reading of the 2017-02 ATV city limits, ordinance. Kathy?
I have one correction.
Okay.
I just caught it in there. It's very minor.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's a grammatical,
Yes.
okay.
On the very last paragraph that you're looking at, we want to reference the roads specified above, where it says the following roads, we want to say the above ones.
All right. All right, and that has been taken care of in the legislature. And
Yes.
we are good to go with that. And the Joint Economic Development Board they are going to pay for the signage for this. And David, I asked Lloyd and David to get together and see what signs we need. So I think that goes into effect July 1, Kathy?
Yes.
Okay. And we need to be ready to go. When July 1 rolls around, we need to be ready. We need to have all of our signage up. So we'll be getting that in line. And I think that is going to be nothing but good for everybody concerned.
I was in Rocky Top this weekend talking to one of their councilmen, which this just got brought up. He was just talking about how much it's helped some of their businesses. So it's 100% positive.
Okay. All right. Now, also, if y'all don't mind, I would like to lump 8, 9, and 10 together. The second reading of the purchasing policy, we passed that on first reading. Instead of making 3 different motions, we'll make one motion to cover 8, 9, and 10, if that's all right with you all. And then 10 was the public records policy. That's another one of those state-driven, thou shalt adopt this if you still want to get any chance of getting any state funds. So, I think, who I talked to, was it Kathy? You said, somebody said LaFollette just got through passing, maybe it's Jim Jeffries. I was talking to Jimmy at LaFollette, he said they had just got through passing the same thing up there. So everybody has to have this in place by July 1. So, do I hear a motion that we pass ordinance 2017, 2, 3, and 5 on second reading?
I'll make the motion.
Second motion.
Discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Caryville.
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson.
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson. Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry. Mayor.
That's close enough. All right, motion carried, yes. All right, number 11, council discussed 2017-2018 budget. Okay, I think we had a very productive, I think council members will agree with me, we had a very productive budget workshop. It was lengthy, but it was very productive. I think we got a good budget with everybody. They went back and it's basically still the same. I mean, they just went through and what numbers we had proposed. We are still well within what we had talked about. Our revenue projections, we stayed very conservative on our revenue projections that night. Basically what Tammy had recommended and Teresa had recommended, we discussed, and we pretty much stayed with those conservative numbers. And I feel that those numbers will come in a little higher than you, Lloyd, that they should come in higher than what we projected, which that's, I'd rather project low than project high.
I think this is gonna be a busy year. For some reason, I feel it's gonna be a busy year.
That's all.
I agree.
I've been, of a morning, sometimes I'll go by the, up down Motel Strip, and a lot of them are, got a lot of business, and Waffle House is full.
Yeah.
Shoney's is full. And on ATV, on weekends, there's a lot of ATVs parked in the hotels and motels.
See, I come to at night along just checking the Hill Strip, and it's the same thing at night. Waffle House is packed at night. Shoney's usually closed by the time I check this.
But there's a lot of ATV traffic already here on weekends. And when the ordinance goes into effect, all this is only gonna be a boom.
And the lake people.
Yeah.
Really not yet arrived.
No, they'll be here,
And
they'll be here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and they'll be up down there, they'll get liquor barn.
Right. Like I said, I believe we're gonna be good.
Parties will be up and running by then.
Hardest to be up and running. Like I said, well, I believe there's only good things coming. I believe we've only got good things coming. So I know like I said, we had a very productive workshop at night. I still say I appreciate everybody's hard work, everybody's cooperation. It was about the smoothest budget process that I've been in a long time. Would you agree with that, Lloyd?
Yeah, it went good.
It went very well.
From a media standpoint, I used to cover the county budget process, and I know these guys have to, and this went way better than any of theirs
Yeah, it was.
ever got.
But Tammy has pretty much got it ready to go to the state. There may be a couple of little tweaks, like tonight's $500. Also, the had to add one little line item too for the power on emergency siren. Oh, which reminds me, Chief, have you heard anything from that company anymore?
Yeah.
Well, what's the latest?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, please do.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
It was tomorrow last week.
Yeah.
Just
You're
saying.
just the messenger, right, Eddie? You're not, I'm just the messenger, I know.
They could at least say soon instead of.
I talked to, got a voicemail of the salesman that we met with that day. Last Thursday, he called me, this guy called me. He was out of DOT time, whatever, having to fly back. And he said Tuesday. I said, are you talking about tomorrow or when? What Tuesday? So,
Okay. Well, all we do is try again.
he ain't called me yet. He said,
Okay.
I'll call you Monday before.
Okay. Wait, that's your answer.
Might be next Tuesday.
I do know.
5 hours.
But now, did you add those 2 items? Okay, they're already, okay, all right. The power for the siren itself, I think is like, we put $750 in there for the entire year, which is probably a little bit over, but still, I'd rather go a little bit over and a little bit under. But other than that, I think Tammy's worked on this, and yeah, that was added also. The Louis Bluey, went ahead and had them add that in just in case we did approve that tonight. That's added also. And Tammy is, like I said, she's happy with it. She's very happy with the budget. And there's no, to me, there's no use in dragging it out anymore. I'd like, if possible, if everybody is agreeable, I'd like to pass this tonight on first reading. And then we'll schedule another one. It has to be published for 10 days. And then as soon as possible, after that 10 days, I'd like to have a special call 5-minute meeting to pass the second reading and get it gone to Nashville. So hopefully we might accidentally get it back by July 1 or shortly thereafter. I'd like to get it back as soon as possible and be ready to go.
I know last year we didn't get our budget back. When was it? September?
So like I said, I believe we can send this one off and hopefully get it back sooner than that.
That was
What is the
earlier.
deadline,
Your board's later
June 1st?
Well, July 1 is supposedly when we start. But now, if we've got it, if we've got it gone, it's on them. If we, if we get it gone, maybe this month, they've got a whole month to review it, and like I said, it's on them. We've done our part. So, do I hear a motion, we approve our Caryville's operating budget?
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 2017-06, annual operations budget.
You're a good man. First reading. Do I hear a
I'll second
second?
the motion.
All right, any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson? Yes. Mr. Dwayne Gibson? Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Sixpair?
Yes. All right, motion carries. Thank y'all. Whenever Teresa gets that in the paper and we get the 10-day, we'll find out when the 10 days is, we'll schedule like I said, a 5-minute meeting to do the second reading and we'll get it going. All right, thank you. All right, number 12, Ivy Grove Church drainage improvements. Everybody has got a map here that Mr. Wallace shared with us. Now, I talked to Frank. Frank couldn't be with us tonight. He is in Nashville at another meeting. What this has nothing to do with the slide, the Mountain Road slide. This is Ivy Grove Church. Also, this is what the city can do is request Caryville-Jacksboro Utilities to, under the Stormwater Act, to do this work. One part is, David, you've not seen this, but it's replaced 40 foot of existing 12-inch tile with 18-inch tile. That's right there at the city limits. Which driveway is that, Eric? Charles, I guess that's Charles Darty. Is that who it is, Eric?
The last driveway on the right.
Yeah.
At the bottom.
They'll replace that, put 18-inch tile in there, and then they'll come back along the, Eric, you can explain, you know more about church building than I do, go ahead.
I met with Scott Friday in Bowling, and what it is, they shot it and you've got less than a foot drop from the road to the back of the church. That's the reason why the water is standing the way it is. And him and Franklin got together, and Frank wanted to get a little more pitch into it, so they're actually going to put it at 1.5. So you'll have a 1.5 foot drop from the road to behind the church to where the natural drainage will take it. Now, even though it's not part of the slide, it will allow this water to move out, so you should dry yourself up a little bit right there. So even though it's not part of it, but it's still a contributing factor.
And could probably help with future slides.
Yeah, it'll have to do a little bit.
Anytime you move any excess water, you're doing
Right.
good. Like I said, this is nothing, this is not the city, this is us requesting Caryville-Jacksboro Utilities to do this. And like I said, under the Stormwater Act. So,
Are we okay with that, or does the county have to request Jacksboro or the road superintendent?
no, this has nothing to do with this part. This is gonna be on our end.
That'd be, we don't have a 100-year flood plan.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Now the tile's on us, but the utility's gonna do it under the stormwater,
Right.
which they're gonna do all that. Be no cost to the city. It'll be through them. This is just request.
It's just the formality of us requesting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will it hurt anybody? Okay.
No, it'll actually put the water back
Behind it.
behind everybody into the creek.
Yeah.
Right now, it's actually, if a hard enough rain, then it comes over for, there's 4 houses that it could affect. But
This puts it back over here behind the church down in the natural drainage. Plus that open that tile up too, a little more. All right. Do I hear a motion that we request Caryville-Jacksboro Utilities to perform this work under the Stormwater Act?
I'll make that motion.
second motion.
Discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Bailey?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson? Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. All right, number 13, unlucky 13, huh? Lucky 13, we got one. All right, the emergency repairs on the backhoe, I think it was 32, was it 3280 something, Lloyd, I think?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was, say it was the same price it was last time we had the same work done. I can't remember what that was. It was 3,200 or.
It was 1,600 labor and 1,600 and
Yeah.
something dollars a part, so.
But it was, we needed it done.
32 and change.
Done an emergency breakdown on that, and I got it fixed, we had that.
And it broke down at the worst possible time,
Yep,
in the middle of the flood.
yep.
Okay, this form of motion, Lloyd.
I'll make a motion that we pay it.
I'll second.
Since it's already done, can we not?
Just saying, you know what I mean?
That did happen.
Oh. I just,
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Bailey?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson? Yes. Mr. Dwayne Gibson? Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
There you go, 200. Yes, motion carries. Any other business come before the board? If not, I hear a motion, we adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you all so much. Long agenda, but it's quick.